Merry Christmas in July.
It's not July anymore.
What? You should have told us before we got all dressed up.
Well, don't look at me. It wasn't my idea.
Hey everyone! Hey, I'm back in 3D. Hello everybody. And let's see, as I said, me and my big mouth. I don't know. Here, you check it out and see what you think. Ah, I had to do that gag. Ooh, that almost got my finger. Anyway, I'm glad that you tuned in. And speaking of me and my big mouth, remember last time I was talking about the Night Hunter outfit, and I said, oh, it's $26.99 if it's not on sale. Well, you know, I have to apologize to BeautyWorks. Apparently BeautyWorks has made this. Let's see what else BeautyWorks has made. They made this thing for Wagner 9. They might have even made Wagner 9, I don't know. Anyway, they obviously, whoever they are, spent a lot of time on this suit, and I was kind of demeaning to it, you know, and they spent probably hours and hours designing this thing, and I'm sure they get very little pay. They probably just get a little bit of whatever it goes for if it's on sale or something like that. I'll admit right now, I did buy it, and now I'm all set to do my dream vigilante, generic hero, generic vigilante night hero, without a K, adventures. Yes, that's right. Okay, anyway, they took a long time to do this. They're probably making minimum wage right now. I don't know. I don't think anybody that does this is a millionaire, you know what I mean? Or they probably wouldn't be doing it, unless they just have fun doing it. I don't know. I made a comment on the Cryptid Hero thing add-on here. I hope I'm not going too fast. I don't want to make anybody all dizzy. Woo! You're all dizzy. No, don't do that. So anyway, yeah, I made a comment on this one. This one was done by somebody else. Barbara Brundon. Let's see what Barbara Brundon does, usually. Oh, wow. Nice suits and stuff. Oh, the Captain America stuff and some colonial things. Okay, so anyway, where were we? Oh, we're over here. So they had the add-on down here. Here it is. And I was saying, how do they, you know, I don't know how they get away with these copyright violations. Well, they don't. This product is sold under an editorial license. I didn't even read that last time. So yes, it's under editorial license. That means that you either have to be talking about one of these characters, maybe some of the movies, maybe the history on the character, that kind of thing. That's totally cool. And then you would have a 3D rendering of the character, maybe doing things, or maybe it's a fan, maybe you're doing a fan comic or something like that. You could use it for personal use, that kind of thing. And the other uses you could do that fall into fair use is parodies. You could do a comedy thing with it, kind of like I did with the Indiana Jones. And also fair use means you can use a little bit of the original material. So yeah, you can show a little bit of Batman, a little bit of Batgirl, a little bit of Owl, a little bit of Ting. Man, I cannot talk today. Tick. Ting. And then whoever this is. I don't know. Maybe it's another owl. We're not sure. That guy. They used to say right here, but I guess they say, well, we can't say that it's owl. We can't say that it's whatever. In fact, it just says Cryptid Heroes now. So it just has all that stuff. But before, I'm pretty sure it did say that it was Batman, Batgirl, Owl. This says moth-like outfit. So anyway, yeah, they have that a lot in here. In fact, later they actually had a Dark Knight bundle, and I'll show you that in just a moment. So this is the Dark Knight bundle that they had right after they released that. And it's got the black car, it's got the jet fighter. Looks just like the bat plane or whatever. It looks like that 1989 Batman, which was an iconic, epic movie. There's Batman from 1989 style. And, well, wait a minute. There's something wrong here. No, back up. No, 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 no. You're not getting away with that. Batman outside in the daytime? What the heck is that? That's not Batman. So anyway, yeah, this also has the editorial license on it. So yeah, products sold under editorial license. So yeah, that's how they're able to put the bat symbol on there and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so I showed the jet a little bit, which looks basically like the one from 1989. I don't know about the, I'm not a big Batman fan, so I wouldn't know the real details of, oh, is this exactly correct? And I don't really care because it looks like Batman, People see that, that's Batman. So anyway, that's how they're able to do that. So if you buy any of these products, you're going to have to use them within a fair use license or for yourself for a fan-made project. And that kind of makes me go to a memory that I had about visiting a guy who, so my friend introduced me to this guy who he was introduced to me as an artist, and he was part of a club of people that used my favorite computer, the Commodore Amiga. So I was really excited to see what this guy did for art. And when I got there, I found that he had a back problem, and so he really couldn't get out of bed much, and he would take like clip art and put them together in different ways, and he said he was making coloring books for kids and stuff like that. And so I was just like, okay, is that art, to take something and put it with another thing and all this stuff? And I was thinking about that back then, and I thought, no, I don't really believe this guy's really an artist or anything. He's not actually making those things himself. And I was young, so I should have probably not judged him so harshly, because now look what I'm doing. Anybody that does this stuff is taking other people's art, making it into more art of your own. And do I consider that art? Yes, I do. I actually do consider it art, because that thing that you've made didn't exist until you made it. So yes, it is a piece of art. And of course, art is in the eye of the beholder and all of that kind of stuff. And it's subjective, all that kind of thing. But, that's why on the last video I said, do what makes you happy, So whether you think it's art or not, that's fine. And the lesson to be learned here is possibly don't judge people, right off the bat. Give it a second thought, perhaps. I don't know. But anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out there. So, you remember the video at the end? I had, like, the Crypt Keeper, which I didn't really do his hair very much justice, and it's pretty bad. But anyway, I should have done, like, a deforce thing on his hair, meaning that it would be simulated, so it would be realistic. But I just threw that on there, and it's just some hair that I made with the DAZ Studio, so you can make your own hair if you want, and that's what I made. But anyway, this animation right here is one that I rendered in several ways, and I'll talk about it right now. Okay, so what I did was I had a test system. The test system had a Ryzen 9, probably a first-gen Ryzen 9 in it, and it had a RTX 3080 Ti, I believe it was, and I also had a card from my computer that I wanted to test out. So I took the 2070 from my computer, the RTX 2070, and put it in there. And you don't have to use the link like you do for gaming. You just put the graphics card in there, and then DAZ will detect it. So you go over in the render settings and see it's got CPU and graphics card and CPU and graphics card. This is for rendering. That is for the preview, I think. Let me see. Yeah, interactive is going to be the preview over here. So if I put this on nVidia, it'll show up hopefully in a moment. There we go. And then there's that. We'll put it into cartoon. Ah, that looks horrible. Oh, well, it's supposed to. That looks horrible too. So anyway, so I had the two graphics cards showing up here, and I checked just the two graphics cards. And let me get those totals for you. Where are they? Okay, so using the 3080 and the 2070, that little laughing video that I showed you, it took 9 minutes and 30 seconds. Now, if I put it on CPU and the 3080 Ti, just those two, it was 8 minutes, 30 seconds. So you gain a minute by taking away the other graphics card, because what happens is the 27 was slowing the 3080 down. So the 3080 could only run as fast as the 2070 was running. So that was kind of a stupid test, but I wanted to see what would happen. Okay, so now I unchecked the CPU as you see it right here. And I even did it down here just to make sure that the test was legit everywhere. And so just on the graphics card, just on the RTX 3080 Ti, it did that in 8 minutes. So you gained 30 seconds off of the CPU and the graphics card, and a minute and 30 seconds off of both those graphics cards together. And then, if you don't have an RTX, you can actually do ray tracing with the iRay. Whether you knew that or not, I don't know. But anyway, it'll only take 14 minutes with the CPU. So, though it did sound like the GPU fans were coming on, but they weren't as loud as when it's actually rendering. So it may be that it was helping the preview or something, or setting up the scene, or using the, oh, it was probably using the memory from the graphics card. That's probably what was going on. So if you have an ATI card, a Radeon or something like that, then you can still do this. But you're going to be waiting a long time, so it'll be roughly twice as long for whatever you're doing, most likely. And that's if you've got a Ryzen 9, but that Ryzen 9 was a first generation, so I don't know. Anyway, those were my tests, and I just wanted to show you how it came out. And the next subject I want to go to is, it's my Patreon page. And you can get there by going to patreon.com/wheatstonehomes. And as you can see, you can get different packages, or you can join for free, but I don't do a lot of stuff for free. Every once in a while I'll throw something on there. This one might be free. I'm pretty sure it's a pirate with, you know, it's a side-by-side 3D picture. And I got another one that I think it's also on the free one. And then these are locked out. They were from a video I did before, and I think I had an extra one in there that you cannot get unless you go to Patreon. And then I was just testing out like a glass or a water thing here. And then, of course, my Super Late Show episode in Side by Side. So if you can't get that on YouTube, you can get it right here. You can get other updates and stuff in Side by Side. I had the thing about the iClone to Substance Painter, and the work in progress picture before anybody else on YouTube saw it. There's a thing where I was painting a car in Substance Painter. This is the how to upload videos, which you've already seen that on YouTube most likely, if you're at all interested in 3D. Here's a little preview that I did before anybody else saw it, another preview that you didn't get on YouTube. A video when I first got iClone about how the reflections might not actually be real time, but then I found out how to do some stuff that does look like it's in real time. You just have to be very careful with what you do in iClone. It's different than other products. It's not really ray traced, but it does a really good job, and it's super fast. I mean, compared to iRay, iRay, like I showed you, takes a long time just for that little piece of animation of that guy just wiggling his head all over the place. And here's where I was testing the AccuFace. Oh, I gotta be a member. Doggone it. I locked myself out of I guess I should have signed in. Anyway.
It was kind of a problem because it just made me look like a chipmunk or something. Like,
Anyway, yeah, that's where I was testing the live face capture. So that I did not use for the Grinch animation that you saw at the start of this video. That was not used for DAZ Studio. I don't know. I tried to do that with a DAZ Studio character, but when I take it out of iClone, and I've already done the facial capture and all that stuff with the voice, when I go out of iClone and back into Character Creator so that I can bring it over here to DAZ, it loses its mouth movement. You can see the jaw kind of going like that, but it doesn't actually do anything. So it's unfortunate. I can't actually use iClone to animate it. I can do like the arms and stuff like that in iClone, but you know, it's not super accurate. It's not as good as doing it in DAZ Studio, but whatever. And then I had an update there. I had a motorcycle ride video that you probably, I don't think I posted on YouTube either. An air show video of 3D photos. I don't believe I put that on YouTube. I did some air show stuff on YouTube, but I didn't do that one. Anyway, you get the idea. I also have tutorials on here about how to set up GoPros for 3D and other cameras, and I go over some stuff about how to use Vegas and various other programs. Any kind of video editing program that has stereoscopic 3D will work, basically, and they're basically the same. I just go over kind of like editing tips and stuff like that. So anyway, it's well worth joining if I say so myself, because you'll be helping me out to make more of these videos. So if you like it, give me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe, and join my Patreon at patreon.com/WheatstoneHomes. And I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget to tune in next time, because it might be in 3D, you never know.